This is an NBC News special report. Here's Tom Yamas.
Hey, good afternoon. We are coming on the air with major breaking news out of the Middle East. President Trump just posted on Truth Social that Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, has been killed during the joint U.S.-Israel attack on Iran. Khamenei was the most powerful figure in Iran, both a political and religious leader. He's been a lifelong adversary of both the U.S. and Israel, and the news of his death could have massive implications, not only for Iran, but for the entire Middle East. I want to bring in our senior national security correspondent, Courtney Cuby. Courtney, I know this is very fresh. This news just coming out. It's fresh. This news just coming out. It's Courtney Cuby. Courtney, I know this is very fresh. This news just coming out. It started with the Israelis and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announcing this really to his country and the world. What more do we know? Because this was a joint strike between the U.S. and Israel.
Yeah, so it does appear that the Israelis were more focused on the leadership, at least in the early stages of this, and the U.S. military was more focused on the military and the security apparatus in Israel. But we do now have a senior U.S. official who's familiar with the matter, who says that the U.S. believes the Ayatollah is dead, and this is based on their communications with the Israelis here. So, again, we're still working on more detail. We have, as you said, we've had a number of indicators that this was likely as the day has moved on, including from the Israelis. We had that tremendous reporting from our colleague Kristen Welker and her phone call with President Trump, where he said it seemed like the reports were likely correct about the Ayatollah being dead. But Tom, I don't have to tell you, this would be a tremendous sea change, if and when there is some sort of an official confirmation out of Iran that in fact the 86-year-old Ayatollah was killed in these strikes, and he is not the only individual who has been targeted in this ongoing air campaign in Iran. We know that other senior Iranian officials have also been targeted. We're working on more details about exactly who and whether those strikes were actually successful. U.S. military strikes have included IRGC, or Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps Command and Control, and that could have included senior leaders there as well.
Courtney, stand by for us. This is still a very active military operation. There are missiles and drones flying from both Iran and all over the Middle East right now. I want to get to our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel. Him and his team have seen what is happening right now in Israel, a large strike. Unclear what it was, right, Richard, whether it was a missile falling or maybe something from the air defense system, but a large black plume of smoke seen over the skies of Tel Aviv tonight.
It was clearly a missile that impacted. It came in its speed. It exploded with a lot of force. Initial reports that several Israelis, perhaps two or more, were killed in that strike. Not very far from where we are. In general, however, Tom, Israel has been able to stop nearly all of the missiles that Iran has been firing. The air defenses, which Israel and the U.S. are now working on together, have been incredibly effective. But this is not just a conflict between Israel, the United States, and Iran at this point. It is already spread across the region. There are about 9 different countries that have been impacted by these military activities, with Iran carrying out strikes across the Gulf against U.S. bases.
We cannot stress enough, Richard, we thank you for that, but again, we cannot stress enough the importance, the magnitude of this moment that the Ayatollah in Iran has been killed. We're going to be continuing to follow this story. It's going to conclude this NBC News special report right now. We're going to have much more live coverage ahead on our streaming network, NBC News Now, online at NBC News Now, online at NBCNews.com. I'm Tom Yamas reporting from Miami tonight. We thank you for watching.